Donny Hathaway was an American singer, songwriter, and arranger. He started his professional career as a songwriter and session musician, arranger, and producer for Curtis Mayfield's Bertum Records in the late 60s. His first single was a duet with June Conquest, which was released in 1969, and his first studio album was released in 1970. He was in the early 70s. He was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and he got into what I understand is a fairly common cycle in with conditions like this, which is that he took his medication and felt fine, and felt that because he felt fine, he didn't need his medication, so stopped taking his medication and got worse. And this is a cycle that I've certainly heard in other situations before. This took a toll on his professional career, so his last studio album was his fourth, which was released in 1973. In 1979, he was in the middle of recording a new album of duets with longtime collaborator Roberta Flack when he was found dead beneath his 15th floor window, presumed to have taken his own life.
Hi, my name's Dan, and this video is a mini review of the album Live by Donny Hathaway, which was released in 1972. I also want to say a special hi to anyone who's watching in Vietnam. I'll explain why towards the end of the video, so if you're curious, keep watching. Most people are here to hear about my review thoughts on this album, though, so here we go. This is a live album, as I said. It's my first time listening to it. Side one was recorded at the Troubadour in Hollywood, which I've heard of. Somebody, Carole King or somebody did an album that was well known from that. And then side two is the bitter end in Greenwich Village. Now I'm going like this because we've got, it should be the other way around. That's Hollywood, that's Greenwich Village, as far as you can see it. Two sides of the United States. And this is described by both Wikipedia and Acclaimed Music as deep soul, which I understand is soul from the South. So deep, presumably here, means not that it's particularly philosophical, but that it comes from Southern America, presumably as opposed to Detroit soul or stuff like that. Some of the songs I know on here, I've come across Donny Hathaway before. I've reviewed at least one of his albums before on this channel. I knew The Ghetto. Also, there's a few covers on here. A couple of them I knew. Jealous Guy, which is a John Lennon song. I particularly know it by I'm going to forget his name, not Brian Eno, the guy from Roxy Music, anyway. And You've Got a Friend, which I particularly know by James Taylor, but was written by somebody else. Yeah, the band. We've got a nice band here. There's a good groove, particularly. We've got Donny is playing keyboards. There's some nice playing. It's nice to hear some percussion alongside drums. This is definitely a soul thing to have the congas and other percussion as well as drummers, and it just gives more of a groove to the sound, which is good. His singing is typical soul R&B singing, quite mobile and lots of ornamentation. He's got quite a nice voice. I think this works well. I do feel like, I don't know if anybody has done a remaster of this album. I feel like it'd be good to have a remaster because the recording is a bit on the mushy side here, unfortunately. That's the only real kind of downside of it. I haven't got a lot more to add. It's just a strong album of live soul, especially with some nice jams. And so I enjoyed it. I had a good time listening to this. Right, I said I'd explain the Vietnam thing. As I am recording this, so normally I do these recordings and then edit and then put them up to YouTube, but I've got a bit of a backlog, so we're about 30 days behind. So I'm recording this on the 16th of May, 2026. Don't know when you're watching it. As I record this, something weird is happening on my channel. Another of my videos, which is a review that I did of the Travelling Wilburys, which has been on the channel for about a month, suddenly in the last few days has gone viral in Vietnam. And I have no idea why. So if anybody from Vietnam is watching this, and you've been hooked in through the Travelling Wilburys one and got onto my channel, I'd love to know what's going on right now in Vietnam. Obviously, this is going to be released out of time, and maybe nobody from Vietnam will see this. But if you are from Vietnam, hi, especially, I don't know what hello is in Vietnam, I'm sorry. Back to this and kind of tying up, I've given you my thoughts on this album. I'd love to know what your thoughts are, any thoughts you have on why things go viral in Vietnam, anything you think about this review, anything you want to say about Donny Hathaway, on my channel in general. I'd just love to hear from people, so please talk to me. And you can do that through the comments. But that's it from me for now.
When you're down and trouble and you need some love and care and nothing is going right.